What's going on, YouTube people? I'd said last time that I would make a video once I had my tank like up and running, or the processor or whatever, that shit. So here we are a few days after my last video. I've got the tank, it's up in my living room finally, filled with the water. I went and bought some, there's a mix there of live rock and I don't know, some Florida Key shit or something. Bought them off, I drove actually like an hour and a half away, and some Rastafari dude. So I got all that rock though with one of these power heads for that power head for 120 bucks. I've got 80 pounds of crushed coral, so 60 pounds of rock and then 80 pounds crushed coral, but I'm actually going to grab some more rock before I get fishing. It's only been set up a couple days, so we're a while off of the cycling yet. So right now we're running those two. What you're looking at there in the water is actually fish food. For cycling, I read online there, just it kind of helps if you feed the tank even with no fish, and it's kind of cruel to cycle with fish. A lot of people say just grab a couple dirty fish and throw them in, but that's not really nice. Like they can start having like internal bleeding and shit when the pH and shit all spike. So whatever, I don't do that. So here's the stand I was building. If you've seen my last video, we picked up some wood and we built it. Came out good. It's all stained. Put some handles on. I'll show you a little more of what's going on underneath here. So I put in a light, if I can find the switch right there. So this was, here's my sump with the full of bio balls. Honestly, you know, if you want, you can leave comments about bio balls. I'm not here to debate whether people like them or not. I'm going to try them out, and I'll determine myself, like, you know, in 6 months time if I want to get rid of them or not. They worked well in my bio cube, so as far as I'm concerned they work, but we'll see. That's the pump that I got with the tank, if any of you remember, or whatever, if you saw the other video I was showing you that, but it was noisy as hell. So I went down to Buffalo and I bought that the other day to try to get something quieter, and it's supposed to put out 850 gallons per hour. Now there's going to be some loss due to piping, so I was still going by the chart on the box. It showed that it would still get about 6. However, it doesn't. It's right now, I did it with a bucket, just measuring with a timer, and it seems to be getting about 220 gallons per hour. So I'm gonna have to get something better. I'll have to figure something else. But right now I'm not running any fish in it anyway, so I've got some time. That's the one-way valve we made out of parts from Home Depot. Here in Canada at the pet store, check valve costs about 60 bucks and up, all the way up to like over 100. You can make this seriously for like just a couple bucks. The main assembly of the valve is like 7 bucks, and then a couple PVC pieces or whatever. PVC is it's actually, these are not, though, they're plastic, not PVC. Don't use or ABS. Don't use ABS in a tank. It's PVC. That's what I'm trying to get at there. Sorry. So that aside, there's my skimmer back there. It's skimming and it's helping clear the water. The crushed coral I put in was some dirty shit, some Florida asbestos or whatever. We put it in there and the whole tank was cloudy like a bastard for a couple days. And so then we turned the skimmer on, and it's just been buckets of nastiness right there. A little bit of garbage I threw in there too, but anyway, you saw the water. So you know, we built the stand pretty good. We added that, and obviously a light fixture up above. I don't know if I can tilt this up. Anyways, there's a light fixture up there. Try and put it all in there nicely. So that's good for down there. I'll turn the light off. And we'll continue looking around here if I can find the light switch. There it is. let you get a good look at my rock here. It's actually, I'm happy with it for what I paid, because at the pet store on sale it goes for $4 a pound. So, you know, I saved some money. And it was all healthy stuff. It was in an aquarium that was set up and didn't have any fish or whatever. It was just sitting, but there is still growth going on that one. I don't know if you can see the center left there. That's actually branches still growing. And there's little nubs starting to grow. They're purple. I don't know if they'll show on here or not, but they're starting to grow. And then my coralline algae, just a tiny little bit towards the center of that rock in the middle. There's a couple little spots of it, that's it, but I'm really hoping that that's gonna boom. And so we're hoping to get some good development going. I'm gonna let this sit for a while and cycle anyway, and before adding anything. And this is that, what I'm guessing is that man-made shit. It's made of like plaster, but after, it takes about, I guess, 6 months to fully cure, but it'll look just like any regular live rock, with the benefit of that it won't introduce shit to your tank. So a lot of people, when I read forums online, are actually recommending it, that you don't have to worry about different parasites and shit. So got that. I will recommend to my Canadian viewers that if you need parts for your aquarium, you know what, go to the States. This here, I bought the light. I got it on Kijiji for what I thought was a pretty good deal. It's got a 10,000 daytime, and then whatever it was, the actinic, and then 8 LEDs for the night. And I got it for $160. Big Al's Fish Store sells them for about $400. And Solar Max, that's what it is. Anyway, so I'm down in the fish store in the States yesterday, down in Buffalo, and they have them for $80. So I'm gonna actually double up. I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna swap out the daylight though for a purple or a pink, so that when we get the corals going, lights them up nice. But so $80 if you go down to Buffalo, so that's worth the drive. Same with the power heads there. You know, here in Canada they go for about $80 and up to a couple hundred. Down there they got them starting at 30, like, and they're McQueen or something. I don't know, whatever the fucking name was, but whatever. But you can get them pretty cheap down there, so, you know. And UV sterilizers, holy shit, I didn't grab one, but here in Canada they're a couple $100, even, like, you know, starting for a small one starts at about $150. Down there you can get a big 13 watt for $75. So if you want to get anything like that, you know, if you're going to make it a worthwhile trip, go get yourself a power head and maybe a light fixture and a UV sterilizer, and even that pump. This blue pump I got here. Sorry guys, let me grab the box. This is whatever it is, just to show you the brand. It's a Triton 3 by Deep Blue, and so that's what it's supposed to be. But anyways, I paid $60 for that. Here those pumps start at $100 and up, so, like, here in Canada, so they're really good deals down there. You gotta buy a few things to make it worthwhile for going down. But live rock wasn't really a better deal. Salt wasn't much of a better deal. It was a little bit. There's a bit of savings there if I'd gotten it there. But anyhow, that's it. I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to make more videos. So sub me if you're interested in seeing where the aquarium goes. And I'm going to show you the night lights quickly. I wanted to show you. So that's just the actinic blue on now, which is pretty good. And there's the night. I don't know how well you can see it, but like, you know, in person it lights up pretty good. So that's it. And then the last thing I want to show you is, if you can see that, that is actually a fucking pineapple tree. Got that at Home Depot today for like $15. So yeah, look at, we got a whole garden going on in front of the TV. And then there's a freshwater tank too. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sub me, rate, comment, whatever, all that shit, you know the deal. Hope you enjoyed.